Good afternoon, YouTube. I am back, and as I promised, I am going to show you how I made my perfume. So, what I'm going to do is use an empty spray perfume bottle like this one with 2 essential oils. These are my These are my essential oils. I don't know how well you guys can see them, but there they are. And I will also be using the 50 ooh I will also be using the 50% rubbing alcohol. So, let's get started. What I do is I open up this cap tube that goes with the perfume bottle. I set it up for the moment, and then I put this funnel inside the perfume bottle like this. And so what I'm gonna do first is use one of my essential oils right here. Depending on the size of the essential oils, I have to be careful of how much I'm using, because if I use too much or too little, the fragrance will be either too strong or it won't go through. So, I'm going to use my first essential oil like this. I just gotta open it up. Ooh. Oh geez. And then I pour my essential oil inside this empty perfume bottle. And as I'm doing this, I have to make sure to keep the essential oil steady as it comes out of the bottle. Since my essential oil is small, I have to pour the whole thing in there. So I pour the whole thing in. And I have to wait for the drips and I have to wait for the essential oil to stop dripping as it goes inside the perfume bottle. So it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to pour the entire essential oil in the bottle, because it doesn't come out as quickly as I thought it would. And I only use 2 essential oils. I don't use more than 2. If I use more than 2, the fragrance will be too strong, and nobody's going to want that fragrance. So that's what I have to avoid. And you can see my first essential oil still dripping into the perfume bottle. And once it stops dripping, I have to do the same thing for my second essential oil. The reason why I inserted this funnel early is because it makes it easier for me to pour the essential oil into the bottle. If I try to insert it without the funnel, it will make this process tricky. Even though I've done that with the same essential oils for the other perfume bottles a couple of times. So for me, it's all about trial and error when it comes to making perfume. And once my first essential oil slowly starts to once my first essential oil starts to drip once my essential oil starts to drip slowly, that means it's almost gone. So I have to keep holding the essential oil. So I have to keep holding the essential oil like this until it finishes. Like so. I would say it's not easy for me to make perfume, but I learned how to do it. I learned how to do it on YouTube, and right around May, I learned how to make perfume on YouTube. And it was easy as pie. I didn't have to add anything else to I didn't have to add anything else to my perfumes. I just added a few essential oils, and I just added a few essential oils in my perfume bottles. That way my fragrance can come out strong, but not too strong, if that makes sense. Now you can see the essential oil. Is dripping more slowly. So I have to get ready to pull out my. So I have to get ready to pull out my second essential oil. And that's that. So now I add my second essential oil into the perfume bottle. With all of my second essential with every essential oil I use, depending on the size of it, I make sure every single drip goes into the perfume bottle. I have to make sure that happens. I'll probably have to do a part 2 on this one because this video will only run for about 10 minutes. And you can see my second essential oil still dripping into the perfume bottle. Like I said, it only takes me about 10 to 15 minutes. It only takes for the essential oil. Like I said, it only takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to pour the entire essential oil into the perfume bottle. If I was to use a bigger bottle of essential oil, I would have to put at least half of it in the perfume bottle. Looks like I have to end this video here, but I will do a part 2. See you soon.